Gladiators, we have Everson Spencer. And for the Edmundston Blizzards, we have Casey Best. Now I'll ask everybody, if you are able to please rise for our national anthem. Sauf que vous l'avez, si vous êtes capable, pour un hymne national. Now we're going to do a puck drop with Lee McWilliams, the director from Hockey Brunswick. Can both captains please line up in the center ice?
We are back for the U13B provincial final between the Blizzard and the Gladiators. Blizzard putting great pressure on the Gladiators, sending it back into their zone, deep behind the net. St. Pierre moving it around the net, take it out himself, runs it through the middle. That's picked off by 61, who'll send it back deep into the corner. Gladiators get to it first, runs around the board for Roussel. Whistled. For what? The net is off. Face-off will be inside the Gladiator zone. Or face-off to the right of the side of the goalie. Face-off one by the Blizzard, sent back to D. Shot, high gloved, and whistled down for a save. This Gladiators team, who just came off a double overtime win against the host, Riverview Blues, in the semifinals. The Blizzard winning their game respectively 5-1 against Kent Sud. Both teams coming off high wins, like to bring it to this game. Face-off won by the Gladiators, but for the Blizzard, keep it in their zone. And now a breakout for the Gladiators. Entering the zone wide. Takes his time. Curls back. Hit up against the boards by number 14. Now the Blizzard will try to chip it out the zone. That's pinched and a good stop by the defenseman. Blizzard take behind their own net. Chips it off the boards. Here comes the Blizzard. Great move to get past one. Sends it other side, but that's stopped by 41 of the Gladiators. Great defensive stop, and he'll take it himself behind the net. Chips it off the boards to 5. That's stopped by the Blizzard right away. Blizzard putting great pressure on the Gladiators. The Gladiators will take it up the ice. Gets past one with a great move. Number 5 walks in. Gets past one, can't get past another. Good body by number 7. That's not enough. Oh, risky shot. Almost puts it on his own net. He tries to clear up a 51 from the Gladiators there. Shots blocked. Rebound. Great stick from number 9 for the Blizzard, as Blizzard just trying to get it out their zone. 51, Brito will take it up the ice. Stopped by his own teammate. Here comes the Blizzard. Number 7 walks in. Shot stopped and whistled down for a face-off to the right side of the goalie. And a back-and-forth game for the first 2 minutes of the game. Both teams had equal amount possession of the puck. Looks like this one's gonna be a close one. Face-off won by the Blizzard, but Gladiators, great pinch as their captain St. Pierre takes up the ice. Is it too far for him to reach? Shot, glove down by the Blizzard, and he falls hard into the boards, but gets right back up. That's what you want from your captain. Putting great amount of pressure on the Blizzard. Takes a shot, takes a tumble, hits the boards, but gets right back up. Face-off won by the Gladiators. Back to St. Pierre. Shot. A little too high for it. Another shot on the point. Stopped by his own player. Looks like he was trying to get a shot off, but couldn't reach it. Now the Blizzard now takes up the ice. Pass through the middle. Too far for his teammate to hit. And now this could be a great chance for the Gladiators. A great defensive play from the Blizzard. Blizzard will try to chip it out. They do. Trying to get past another. He gets past them, but great back check from the... Oh, here comes the Blizzard. Great stolen puck. Shot on his knees. Not enough to get to the net. Now St. Pierre will take it out. Cuts to the middle. Gets past one. 3-on-2 opportunity. St. Pierre takes it round one. Tries to throw it in front. That's deflected by a Blizzard player behind the net. Around the corner. Puck behind the net. The Blizzard will get to it first. Great pressure from the Gladiators. Let the Blizzard chip it out. A great opportunity here to get in their zone. A great back check from the Gladiators forward, number 27, or 22, sorry. He walks in, tries a shot, fans on it, gates it right back, throws it behind the net. First teammate who will try to take a shot. That's blocked by a Blizzard player. Shot's blocked again. He gets it right back, shot blocked again. And the Blizzard will chip it out. All the way down the ice, not enough for icing. And we'll give time to Blizzard to make a change. Now the Gladiators will take it up. Number 4, who had the OT winner against Riverview. Now the Blizzard will enter the Gladiator zone. Into the corner. Great pressure from 49. Tries to send out in front, fans on it. Now here comes the Gladiators. But number 11 for the Blizzard gets it right back. We'll try to chip it up the boards, but cannot. Number 4 from Brunel enters the zone. Right from where he scored the OT winner. Klopper patted away. Up against the boards. Blizzard try to clear it. All the way down the ice. That'll be an icing. Great shot from Bordeaux. Slap shot from the side of the net. Sticked away to the boards. Trying to get his second goal of the day. Face off to the left side of the Blizzard's goalie. Face off won by the Blizzard. We'll send it up the middle. That's enough. They wave it off. Now 41 putting great pressure on this Gladiators defense. Stick checks him, he falls. But gets right back up and throws it around the boards. Number 5 for the Gladiators. Lose control for a second as he takes a tumble. But the Gladiators player is right there to regain it. Now it's 41, will take it up the ice. Cuts back. Look for his team, looks for their teammates. Can't get anything. The Blizzard take it right back. Blizzard now. Getting past the neutral zone, entering the Gladiator zone wide. Gets past one. Shot, hits the post, rebound. Too high for their shot to go through. Great stick check from number 9 as he takes it in. Slap shot, just wide. Goalie loses a stick. It's like Blizzard putting great shots on that. All right in front. Not enough. And now it's going to be a breakaway chance. He can't get it and get the pass off to number 5, who had a breakaway opportunity. The Gladiators now. Oh, risky, trying to cut through the middle. But the Gladiators get it out, but not enough time for the goalie to get a stick. Gladiators send it across. Goalie still hasn't got a stick, and here comes the Blizzard. Number 4 walks in, gets past 1, throws out in front, gloved away. Here comes the Gladiators. Good stick check from 51 for the Blizzard, keeps it in their zone, right out in front, scores! Blizzard get on the board early. And it's 1-0 in the finals. What a slap shot. Great pressure from 51 to get it back. He sends it right down low. One-timer finds the back of the net just above the glove. Now face-off won by the Gladiators. It's St. Pierre now, taking his time. Tries to send it up the middle, fans on it. Now he takes a little bit of a tumble, stays on his feet. They send it right through the middle, but the Gladiators are on it. Number 4 now. Skates it up. Takes himself, shot. Gloved and rebounds loose. Number 4 gets right back, shot. Blocked again, right out in front. People are searching for it, but a Blizzard player comes out on top with it. Great pressure from number 4, Bordeaux. Sounds it right out in front. Shot just high. St. Pierre now on it. He cuts through the middle, but met by a Blizzard player. Battle for the puck. The Gladiators come out on top. St. Pierre sends it right through the middle. 27 shot blocked by the Blizzard player in behind the net. St. Pierre, great battling for it. Gets it up to 27. He's heavily pressured by a Blizzard player. And Blizzard now will take it out of their zone. Great hit from St. Pierre. No call on the play. Now 22 walks in. Shot on top of the net. They'll whistle it down. And he throws the puck at his own teammate. Weird sequence you don't see every day. A shot that ends up on the top of the net. .7:59 left to go in the first. 1-0 game for the Blizzard. Face-off won by the Blizzard. They try to clear it out of their zone through the neutral zone. The pressure from the Blizzard, they'll get the puck right back. They try to enter the Gladiator zone, met by a player, sent back to the defenseman. Taking his time, sends it across the ice, number 5. Loses control of the puck and sent right back down into their zone. Offside for the Blizzard, and he'll whistle it down. Player didn't realize it was offside. He kept going. They'll whistle it down. Face-off will, I believe, be all the way down, just outside the Blizzard zone. With 7:30 left to go. Face-off is won by the Blizzard, sent back into their zone. Defenseman's there to chip it off, but not enough, and I guess it just went out. And an offside is called. Both teams had great scoring opportunities so far this game, with the Gladiators having a couple shot outside and the Blizzard having their one goal scoring opportunity that they capitalized on and put it in the back of the net. Now it's the Gladiators entering the Blizzard zone. Takes it in wide. It's number 19. Protect the puck. Is pinned in the corner. Puck's loose behind the net. Tries to go back to his backhand. Steps out in front. 19th shot. Blocked by a Blizzard player. Traffic in front. And Blizzard come out on top. He wheels it up the ice. Gives it number 7. Can't get past the defenseman. And the Gladiators will take their time. Gives it to Godin. Will clapper down the ice Behind the net is the Blizzard player. Take his time, moving his options, sends it to his other D-man. We'll chip it off the boards, out of their zone, right back to the Gladiators. We'll make a defense will make a move, lose control of the puck. Now it's a one-on-one. Gets past a great defensive dive to stop the opportunity. And here they go the other way. Godin takes it himself. Fake clap shot. And the Blizzard player just gets enough of it. Take it out of their zone. Gladiator take their time. Blizzard player's there to send it right back to the other Gladiator player. Blizzard just sending it right back to the Gladiators, and it's their Godin who had that fake deke. Now here's number 4 who has the goal. Tries to get past 41 who has a great stick check. And we'll send it in the corner, and they're battling hard for it. 41 takes it around his own net. A good breakout pass. Now here comes the Gladiators. Fourth, great back check. Gladiator player will send it out in front. And frozen by the Blizzard goalie. A back and forth game. Gladiators seem they have more momentum right now, even by being down 1-0. Face off to the right side of the goalie. Face off's won by the Gladiators, sent back to St. Pierre, who chips it back into the zone. Number 4 now with the goal, the OT winner last game. Walks in, poked off the puck. Now it's the Blizzard trying to send it out the other way. They get loose. He walks in, it's 49, chips it down to the zone, deep in the corner. St. Pierre on it. Tries to rim it around the boards, cannot, gets it right back and does rim it around the boards. But 61's right there, chips the puck off the player. Blizzard, puck's loose, sends it right in the front of the middle. The player's there. The Blizzard player keeps it, stays in, but here comes 4 for the Gladiators. Gets past 1, is tripped down, and there will be a power play for the Gladiators. Blizzard will go to the box, 2 minutes for tripping. It's 61 with great back check, but just clips his legs and he'll fall, or calls a penalty. Two-minute power play with 4:59 left to go. In the first period, can the Gladiators get on the board here? Face-off won by the Gladiators, sent to 27, one-timer shot from the point. Goalie didn't get there in time, but it was just wide, thankfully. As the puck sent all the way down, no icing. 27 will take it around his net. Give it to St. Pierre. We'll give it to 14. We'll send it through the middle, and it's picked off by the Blizzard. That player will send it right back in the zone. St. Pierre on it, heavily pressured by Blizzard player. But keeps with it. Curls back, taking his time. We'll send it to number 10, or 17. Through the middle, here comes the Gladiators. A great opportunity, number 19 cuts in the middle. Shot! Patted away into the corner. And St. Pierre on it behind the net. Taking his time. Seeing his option, will send it, try to send it across the ice. 27 now, shot. High glass and behind the net. Now a Blizzard player will slap shot it down the ice. And they'll get a full line change. And so will the Gladiators. All forwards change here. St. Pierre cuts back behind his net. Take his time, 50 seconds left to go in the power play. We'll send it to his winger. We'll send it right through the middle to the other side of the ice. We'll throw it back in the middle. Pat it away, rebound. Blizzard player just gets it. Gladiators get it right back. Number 10 now walks in, shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie with 3:33 left to go in the period, with 34 seconds left to go in the power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators. We'll take it in the corner, and the Blizzard player will try to chip it off the boards. And they'll get it out of their zone all the way back. And they'll change, leaving the Gladiators some time behind the net to make a play. Pass up the middle. They'll chip it. Pass one. Gets past another. He walks in. Shot! Just wide of the net. Gladiators with 10 seconds left to go in the power play. We'll send to the middle. Great opportunity. Shot. Blocked high, and he's down. Another shot. Super high. As a Blizzard player will get himself off the ice. Now it's a good opportunity. Breakaway is stopped by number 10, Godin, who gets there in time to stop the man in the box. With a great chance on a break to get on a breakaway. Now it's for Bordeaux. We'll send it in the middle. Try to toe drag past one does. Chips it into their zone, but it's chipped right back out. And Godin just gets enough of it for another great stop of a maybe potentially one-on-one opportunity for 61, who just came out of the box. Now the Blizzard will send it deep into the Gladiator zone behind the net. Godin's on it. Will try to see his option. Cannot. Sends it right through the middle. Risky pass. He tries to get right back on it to get the puck out. Now it's 88. Will go behind his net. Chip it around the boards. Number 5. Pressure by Blizzard player. And is stopped in his tracks. And a 61 will send it right on net. Sticked away into the corner. Behind the net is Godin. Taking his time. Passing it to the winger on the boards. The winger sent it right through the middle. Risky pass. But the Gladiators stay on it. Godin taking his time. Tries to send it right in the middle, but it's stopped by 52. But here comes the Gladiators. Back the puck. He gets hit into the boards. No call on the play. Now the Blizzard try to send it out their zone. That's stopped by Godin, who takes a one-timer. Shot just wide of the net. Now 27 keeping it in the zone. That's 19. Cuts in the middle. On his backhand. Send it across. Just too high for the Gladiator player to get a one-timer on it. Now here comes the Blizzard. That pass is sent into the zone. No icing as 27 gets there first. Takes it behind his net with speed. He takes it out of the zone. 27 cuts in the middle. Here comes 27. Cuts, gets past one. Gets past another on his forehand. Back in, and he loses his skating and tumbles. As that was a golden opportunity to get on the board. Now 51 for Blizzard walks in, blockered into the corner. Now 51 now, rims it around the boards for his teammate, which is stopped by the Blizzard. They get it out their zone, but a Blizzard player right back on it will send it back into the corner for 51. Who curls back behind his net, battling for the puck with 41 on the Blizzard. 27 who had that good opportunity, sends it off the boards for 14. It's in his feet, he gets to it. We'll send it across, trying to get it to 68, but that's stopped by a Blizzard defenseman who will take it up the ice. But great back check from this Gladiators team. But it's back in the Gladiators zone. St. Pierre on it, behind the net. Pass to winger 68. They'll take it up the ice. Trying to send it across, they do, but that's picked off by a Blizzard player. Blizzard, walk in, number 11. With no time left on the clock. That'll be the end of the first period. A little bit of talking after the whistle. That's hockey. There's gonna be trash talk. There's gonna be some hits. All this matters is a scoreboard at the end of the game. 1-0 after one. Blizzard, Gladiators. Blizzard up 1. And they continue this lead into the third. Or will the Gladiators strike back? Tie it. Second period has begun. Face off won by the Gladiators. 41 cuts back, sends it to the boards to his teammate. But it's too far for him to reach. Now 64, risky pass through the middle. It's picked up by the Gladiators, 22. Circling back, sends it to the middle to number 4, Brideau. Shot, scores! Just gets by the goalie's glove. And Brideau, who had the OT winner, gets the Gladiators right on the board. 20 seconds in to this second period. Brideau wrist it. Low glove. Great shot by this player. He knows how to score. That's a great shot. Now Gladiators trying to build off this momentum, will win the face-off. And now the Blizzard sends it into the Gladiator zone. Icing's waved off. 41 takes it behind their net. Sends it to Brideau, but 64 for the Blizzards there. Will slap shot it back in, pat it away. Good battle. The Blizzard player will send it right back in the zone into the corner. Now 41 will take it to Brideau. Brideau gets past him. It's a race for the puck. Blizzard player gets there first. And they will ship it to number 19, who takes it into the Gladiator zone. Gets past one, can't get past another. And the Gladiators will take it out of the zone. The Blizzard get it right back, but a great poke by the captain, St. Pierre. This pass is picked off. 49 will send it in the middle, no one there. 61 in the corner now battling with St. Pierre. St. Pierre taking it behind the net. Takes his time. Tries to see a good outlet pass. Will send it across the ice to a changing man who doesn't realize the puck's going to him. And it'll trickle past him. Now 7 for the Blizzard. Send it into the zone. And a Gladiator player will be on it. We'll send it backhand off the boards. Number 6, who tries to get out the zone. Fans on it now. Blizzard opportunity. Send it back to the D. 14 shot. Sends it into the corner. Blizzard player trying to send it out in front. But it's back behind the net. Sends it out in front. Picked off by a Gladiators player. Will take it up the ice himself. Gets past one. Tries to cut through the middle. Poked off the puck. Now the Blizzard send it out their zone. But a Gladiator player will rifle it right back down. Number 14 for the Blizzard, taking it behind their own net. Rims it around the boards. Number 7. Blizzard now, great breakout to 41, whose pass can't receive it correctly. Now the Gladiators went to the zone. He cuts back. Sends it out in the middle. Gets past one. He does not, doesn't get past 14 with a great stick. Offside for the Gladiators. Don't touch it. And we'll get it right back into the Blizzard zone. Puck trickling past the blue line. Number 14 will take it out. Tries to send it in the Gladiator zone, but that's stopped by a Gladiator defenseman who sends it cross ice to number 66. And they'll send it across the ice again. Cut pass right to the middle. Poked up by 14. Offside, waved off. And they'll dump it and change. Now Blizzard player will pick it right up. Oh, hit there. And they'll call a penalty on the Blizzard. Gladiators passing it back to the defenseman. He takes a good clapper rebound. Can't get enough on it, and we'll send it right behind the net. 66 now, send it right in the middle. Touched up by Blues player. Whistled down for a penalty. Blizzard will go to the box. Power play for the Gladiators. Be 2 minutes. Body contact, I believe. With 11:40 left to go in the second period. A great back and forth game so far. Bordeaux on the face-off. Last time the Blizzard player to get back. Blizzard wins the face-off, tries to send it deep, but that's stopped by a defenseman. We'll give it to number 22. We'll get a nice little behind the back, but that's picked off by a Blizzard player. Now we'll set right down to the ice. 27 now. We'll take it behind his own net, passes it to the winger. We'll send it right in the middle. Just bounced over stick, and Blizzard will send it right back down for St. Pierre to retrieve it behind his net. Send it to his winger. We'll send it in the middle for trying to get it to Bordeaux. That's picked off by Blizzard player. He'll send it deep, but stopped by 27. He'll give it up to Bordeaux. Bordeaux walking in. Takes a shot, blocked by 64. Can't find the puck. And Bordeaux retrieves it again. Gets past one with a nice move. On his backhand, protecting it. Sends it out in front. No one there to tap it in. Now 27 shots blocked. High stick. St. Pierre shot. Blocked by a Blizzard player and sent all the way down with a minute left in the power play. Blizzard forwards will take a change. 27 behind the net. Sends it in the middle. Risky pass for St. Pierre. Will Blizzard keep it in their zone. A great poke. And here comes the Gladiators. 14. Walks in on his forehand. Goes forehand, backhand. Great save, rebounds loose. And they'll call a penalty for slashing. Could have been a penalty shot. Great stick lift from 14, which leads him to a breakaway. And a slashing will be called. Great save from the goalie, stretching out to make the save. As it's a 5-on-3 for 38 seconds left. Face off to the left side of the goalie. 19 wins the face off for the Gladiators to Bordeaux, who sends it back to the D. D to D to number 88. He takes a shot. Goalie can't see it, but it's too wide. Bordeaux battling for the puck, wins it. Walks in, shot. Blocked by the Blizzard player. Got it, taking his time, number 88. We'll give it to Bordeaux. On the left side, shot. Too high. Now Godin on it. 5-on-3 for 15 seconds left. 88 gets to Bordeaux down low. Bordeaux will give it back to 88. 88 will send it across to Godin. Godin walks in, shot. Blocked by his own teammate, and the Blizzard player will send it down the ice. One of the penalties is over. Power play for a minute 20 left. Godin will send it to Bordeaux. Bordeaux up the ice. Send it in the middle for 19. 19 walking in. Enters the zone, cuts back. Sends it across to Bordeaux. That puck's deflected, but it's still on Bordeaux's stick. He tries to take a shot, cannot. Sends it across, great pass. Godin walks in, shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie with 57 seconds left to go in the power play. 19:15 left to go in the second. Great pass from Bordeaux. Just sent it right in the middle to Godin, who takes his time, walks in, but glove down by the Blizzard goalie. Got a great second period so far. After that goal, I mean, he had a great first. D to St. Pierre. St. Pierre taking his time, walks in. Shots deflected by 49, rebounds loose, St. Pierre on it. He can't get enough wood on it. Now 49 for the Blizzard will send it all the way down the zone. Stopped by the goalie. 27 will take it behind the net. Sending it to 14, who looks to the middle, will send it in the middle. But too far for the Blizzard's center. Now St. Pierre takes it right back, walks in. Taking his time, cuts back on his, looks back to the D, doesn't send it, and takes it into the corner. 14 behind the net, St. Pierre. Sending it back to the defenseman to 14. D to 27, who takes a one-timer. Shots wide, goalie couldn't track it properly. That was on net, could have been in the net. 27 on it, deep in the corner. Power play's over, and this could be a breakaway opportunity. Miscommunication between the two as one tries to go on the bench, another tries to go on but goes back off. Now 14 walks in. Heavily battling for it. Now the Gladiators player sends it out in front and takes it behind the net. Tries to chip it out in front, and he does, but the Blizzard player's there. Now the Gladiators have all the momentum in the world right now. 14 walks in. Cuts it in wide. Shot. Hits the side of the net. Now 14 will try to clap it all the way down. Out of the zone. Now Blizzard 1-on-2 gets poked off the puck. And he will send it to the winger, who's met by a defenseman, but he falls. And here comes the Gladiators. A Gladiator man down. Pass to the middle, shot. Rebound, scores! 41. With the rebound goal. There is a man down for the Gladiators, but this goal will still count. The ref, great timing. I mean, the ref was going to whistle down, waited for the play to be finished, and it resulted in a goal. We'll call it a goal. It's 2-1 here. Gladiators taking the lead after being down 1-0. I believe it's number 10 who's down. He's taking his time. Shaking his head, seems to be pretty injured. 3 coaches on the ice now. Can't tell what happened to him. Okay. Rang, he's okay right now. He's taking his time and finally gonna get up with the coach's assistance. And will be going to the bench. Number 10, I believe, Godin, who's been very good today in the back line of this Gladiators defense. It's still 2-1. The Gladiators get on the board again. 7:17 left to go in the second period. Their great rebound by number 41. Takes the lead here in the second period. The Blizzard right now, no momentum. They haven't got much opportunities in the zone. They've let up 2 goals this period. Now face off in the middle of the ice. Face-off is won by the Gladiators. Brito takes his time, chips it off the boards. 22 now walks in. Noel walks in, toe drags past 1, shot, gloved, but rebound is loose, and a Blizzard player will take it behind the net, sending it up the middle. 41, who takes it up the ice, entering the Gladiator zone. Pass in the middle to a man, gets past 1, shot, great poke by the defenseman. He takes it himself, wraparound's loose. Oh my, great opportunity for the Blizzard to tie this game. Number 7 doing it all himself. And the Gladiators trying to take it out their zone. It's sent right back down deep. It's 51 who's on it behind the net. Backhand it, try to backhand it out. 64 for the Blizzard on it. We'll send it back deep into the zone. A man trips and a Blizzard player gets on the puck. He'll try to send it in the middle, but that's blocked by 88. Who's battling for the puck, but the Blizzard player is number 7. He sends it right in the middle. Blizzard, great opportunity. Shot. Good save by the Gladiators. Goalie who keeps it a 2-1 game. Face-off won by the Gladiators. They'll send it up the boards. Looking for a breakout pass, but that's stopped by 51 of the Blizzard, who will send it behind himself. That's picked off by the Gladiators. Cormier will send it in the middle. That's stopped by number 11 for the Blizzard, who will chip it off the boards, but not enough to get out, and 27's on it. Gladiators player is trying to send it in the middle, but that's intercepted by a Blizzard player, but his chip attempt is too high, and number 41, who had the game-tying goal, sends it out in the net. On net, sorry. And it's stopped by the Blizzard goalie. Great hype-up song. Hoping Blizzard will use this hype up song to get some momentum going. Number 7 will take it out of their zone. We'll send in the middle to 41, whose pass is too low, but 24 is on it for the Blizzard. But here comes the Gladiators. 14 will send it back to Duguay. Puck's chipped in the air. And here comes the Blizzard. 2-on-1 opportunity. 7. Cross crease shot. Rebound's loose. But the rebound cannot be on net. Number 7, who's had good scoring opportunities, will take a shot. And it's in! On his knees. Number 7, who had multiple goal scoring opportunities this past minute, finally gets it in the net. And it's 2-2. Number 7 for the Blizzard, who had that nice move a while ago, and gets a wraparound that's too wide for the net. And finally, he gets on one knee, slides it 5-hole to tie this game up. Now here comes the Gladiators. Brito now has Noel. Noel cutting up the middle, gets past a couple, but Brito takes it. Right, gets past one. Here comes Brito. Poked off the puck by a Blizzard player. We'll send it cross ice to 61, but St. Pierre for the Gladiators is on it. Now he'll take it up himself. St. Pierre cuts back. Sends it across. Gladiators entering the zone now. To Brito. Brito sends it back in the middle. Man there. Shots wide of the net. 22 now, Noel on it. Great battle for the puck between the Blizzard and the Gladiators. Little cross check from Brito, and they'll call that. I believe they're sending both. Both will head to the box. Still 5-on-5. Brito will go to the box. Same with number, I believe, 19 for the Blizzard. Both will go to the box. Edmundston player will go to the box for body contact, or boarding, or one of the hitting ones. And Brito will go to the box for cross-checking. 5-on-5, 4 minutes left to go in the second. Face off, won by the Gladiator. Shot from the point, patted away. Rebound from a weird angle. The goalie gets it though. Great shot from number 27 from the point. Just getting it on net. Aaron's starting some chance. Something you don't hear every game. Now 27 again from the point. Scores! The chance work. And 27 from the point. Scores and hypes the crowd up. '27. Great shot from the point. Just trickles by the goalie's blocker. They'll take the lead 3-2 with 3:51 left to go. I have no clue what the chants were being said. They were in French, but it must have hyped that 27 up. He gets on the board. Good to see number 10 on the ice. Godin, who had to help off the ice with coaches. He's back on, and will get on the puck. Godin tries to get to his D-man, who trips up, and it's in the corner. 14 gets past one, and he'll send it up through the middle. They try to get past one. They battle, they get past them. Shot is just wide. 14 now on it. The Blizzard player will chip it off the boards. No one really there. Gladiators will get there first, trying to send it back into the corner. For the Blizzard players there, battling for it is the Blizzard player, number 17. Number 17 is tripped. No call on the play. Now the Blizzard will try to get it out of their zone. 27, who had the goal earlier, trying to set it out in front again. Battling for it is the Blizzard. Here comes the Blizzard. Entering the zone wide. Good defense of 27, and he will be sent to the box for tripping. Doesn't think that's a tripping call. And the Blizzard players struggling to get up. It seems to be okay. As the Blizzard will go to the power play. With 2:55 left to go in the second. A 2-minute power play for tripping. Blizzard answered the second goal after being down 2 on number 7. He's on the ice right now, got the game-tying goal. And he get another game-tying goal. Waiting for the power play to be up on the scoreboard. Finally get it on the board. Face off. Won by the Gladiators, trying to send it out the zone. It's stopped by this Blizzard. 64 walks in, cloppers it. Blocked by 88. And the Gladiators will dump it down the zone, but good stop from 64 to send it all the way down. 7 walks in. Sends it back. Slap shot from the point. Patted away, rebounds loose. Wraparound shot by 61 is stopped by St. Pierre, who will send it all the way down the ice. But again, defense and stops for the Blizzard. He walks in. Tries to get a shot, is blocked by St. Pierre. It's sent into the bench for a whistle with 2:24 left to go in the second. Late change for the Gladiators, as Noel will go on the ice. Face off won by the Blizzard. Blizzard will send it around the boards. 64. And I send it back deep into the corner. Noel is battling with him. And 88 now has the puck. Now 7 for the Blizzard. Will try to send it out in front. His backhand stop. Tries to send it out in front again. That's stopped by the goalie stick. As he takes a tumble. Puck is loose. 41. Send out in front. Man there, but Gladiator defender sends it back to the 64 now. D to D. Klopper from the point. Just wide of the net. Traffic out in front. Gladiators trying to get it out their zone, but it's not enough. Now 64 walks in. Shot. Great save from the chest of the goalie. As the 2 men who are in the box for the penalty are now out. Rideau is out and will stay on the ice after being in the box for a couple minutes. .44 seconds left to go in the power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators. St. Pierre will take it behind his net. Heavily pressured, but gets it out. And it's a race for the puck. It's in the corner. Rideau gets to it first. 64 is there for the Blizzard. Rideau cuts back, protecting the puck, sends it out in front. No one there. Can't say Pierre, keep it in. He cloppers it back in. It's offside right now, but the Blizzard will take it up. Number 19 will take it into the corner, tries to send it out in front. Oh, it gets past 15, but 52 didn't realize it. Now it's offside for Blizzard. 64 takes his time. 52 diving onside, and he'll cross-check a Gladiators player. That's St. Pierre into the boards. No call. A little bit of body contact. Puck is loose, and they're still looking at the one guy. Blizzard walk in, Klopper, glove down, and he'll play it. I don't think anybody realized it. Now it's a breakaway opportunity. They might call that icing. It's on net. The Blizzard goalie will freeze it. The Gladiator parents saying there were 6 men on the ice. Shirts and hats being tossed in the crowd here at the provincial tournament. We're back to hockey as the Blizzard wins the face-off, sends it up to 41. Takes it past midway, will enter the zone. In the corner, sends that out in front. No one there, but it's still Blizzard on it. It's chipped into the middle. The Gladiator Gladiator players there. There's Noel who will pin it against the boards with 3 seconds left, and that will be the end of the second period. A little hit after the whistle. Headraff didn't see it. Back was turned to him. So no penalty be called as the players will head off for a flood. 3-2 right now for the Gladiators. Came back after being down 1-0 after the first. For 3 goals. Will they continue this lead to win Provincials? Or the Blizzard make it 3-3 and possibly win the game? Catch you back at the third period. The U13B Provincials between the Gladiators and the Blizzard. The Blizzard sent back to D. Shot. High gloved. And whistled down for a save. St. Pierre takes up the ice. Is it too far for him to reach? Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard, and he falls hard into the boards. From Bruno enters the zone, right from where he scored the OT winner. Clapper patted away. Getting past the neutral zone, entering the Gladiator zone wide. Gets past one. Shot. Hits the post. Rebound. Goalie loses a stick. It's like Blizzard putting great shots on net. All right in front. Here comes the Gladiators. Good stick check from 51 for the Blizzard. Keeps it in their zone. Right out in front. Scores! But the Gladiators are on to number 4 now. Skates it up. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebound. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebounds loose. Number 4 gets right back. Shot. Blocked again. Right out in front. Great pressure from number 4 Bordeaux. Sounds it right out in front. Shot. Just all on the play. Now 22 walks in. Shot. On top. Face-off is won by the Blizzard, sent back and pass. Now here comes the Gladiators. Forward, great back check. Gladiator player was sent out in front. Player keeps it, stays in, but here comes 4 for the Gladiators. Gets past 1, is tripped down, and there will be a power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators. And the 27, one-timer shot from the shot. Patted away into the corner. And St. Pierre on it behind the net. Blizzard player just gets it. Gladiators get it right back. Number 10 now walks in, shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie. Comes 27. Cuz gets past 1, gets past another on his forehand, back in, and he loses his skating. Circling back, sent it to the middle to number 4. Rideau. Shot. Scores! To 1. A good Clapper rebound. Can't get enough on it. Back to D. Shot. High gloved. And whistled down for a save. St. Pierre takes up the ice. Is it too far for him to reach? Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard, and he falls hard into the boards. From Bruno enters the zone, right from where he scored the OT winner. Clapper patted away. Getting past the neutral zone, entering the Gladiator zone wide. Gets past 1. Shot. Hits the post. Rebound. Goalie loses a stick. It's like Blizzard putting great shots on net. All right in front. Here comes the Gladiators. Good stick check from 51 for the Blizzard. Keeps it in their zone. Right out in front. Scores! But the Gladiators are on to number 4 now. Skates it up. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebounds. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebounds loose. Number 4 gets right back. Shot. Blocked again. Right out in front. Great pressure from number 4 Bordeaux. Sounds it right out in front. Shot. Just all on the play. Now 22 walks in. Shot. On top. Face-off is won by the Blizzard, sent back and pass. Now here comes the Gladiators. Forward, great back check. Gladiator player was sent out in front. Player keeps it, stays in, but here comes 4 for the Gladiators. Gets past 1, is stripped down, and there will be a power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators at the 27. One-timer shot from the spot. Patted away into the corner. And St. Pierre on it behind the net. Blizzard player just gets it. Gladiators get it right back. Number 10 now walks in, shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie. Comes 27. Cuz gets past one, gets past another on his forehand, back in, and he loses his skating. Circling back, sends it to the middle to number 4. Rideau, shot, scores! To one, a good Clapper rebound. Can't get enough on it. Back to D. Shot. High glove. And whistle down for a save. St. Pierre takes up the ice. Is it too far from to reach? Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard, and he falls hard into the boards. From Renault enters the zone. Right from where he scored the O2 winner. Clapper patted away. Getting past the neutral zone, entering the Gladiator zone wide. Gets past one. Shot. Hits the post. Rebound. Goalie loses a stick. The Blizzard putting great shots on net, all right in front. Here comes the Gladiators. Good stick check, 51 for the Blizzard, keeps it in their zone, right out in front, scores! But the Gladiators are on at number 4 now. Skates it up, takes himself, shot. Gloved and rebound. Takes himself, shot. Gloved and rebounds loose. Number 4 gets right back, shot. Blocked again, right out in front. Great pressure from number 4, Bordeaux. Sounds right out in front. Shot! Just all on the play. Now 22 walks in. Shot! On top. Face-off is won by the Blizzard. Sent back and pass. Now here comes the Gladiators. Forward. Great back check. Gladiator player will send out in front. Player keeps it, stays in. But here comes 4 for the Gladiators. Gets past 1. It's tripped down, and there will be a power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators at the 27. One-timer shot from the spot. Patted away into the corner. And St. Pierre on it behind the net. Blizzard player just gets it. Gladiators get it right back. Number 10 now walks in, shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie. Comes 27. Cuz gets past one, gets past another on his forehand, back in, and he loses his skating. Circling back, sends it to the middle to number 4. Rideau, shot. Scores! To one, a good Clapper rebound. Can't get enough on it. St. Pierre takes up the ice. Is it too far for him to reach? Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard, and he falls hard into the boards. From Bordeaux enters the zone, right from where he scored the U13 winner. Clapper patted away. Getting past the neutral zone, entering the Gladiator zone wide. Gets past one. Shot. Hits the post. Rebound. Goalie loses a stick. It's like Blizzard putting great shots on net. All right in front. Here comes the Gladiators. Good stick check for 51 for the Blizzard. Keeps it in their zone. Right out in front. Scores! But the Gladiators are on to number 4 now. Skates it up. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebound. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebounds loose. Number 4 gets right back. Shot. Blocked again. Right out in front. Great pressure from number 4 Bordeaux. Sounds right out in front. Shot. Just all on the play. Now 22 walks in. Shot. On top. Face-off is won by the Blizzard. Sent back and pass. Now here comes the Gladiators. 4th. Great back check. Gladiator player was sent out in front. Player keeps it, stays in. But here comes 4 for the Gladiators. Gets past 1. It's stripped down, and there will be a power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators. Sent to 27. One-timer shot from the spot. Patted away into the corner. And St. Pierre on it behind the net. Blizzard player just gets it. Gladiators get it right back. Number 10 now walks in. Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie. Comes 27. Cuz gets past 1. Gets past another on his forehand. Back in, and he loses his skating. Circling back. Sends it to the middle. Number 4. Rideau. Shot. Scores! To 1. A good Clapper rebound. Can't get enough on it. The Blizzard sent back to D. Shot. High glove. And whistled down for a save. St. Pierre takes up the ice. Is it too far for him to reach? Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard, and he falls hard into the boards. From Bordeaux enters the zone, right from where he scored the U13 winner. Clapper patted away. Getting past the neutral zone, entering the Gladiator zone wide. Gets past 1. Shot. Hits the post. Rebound. Goalie loses a stick. It's like Blizzard putting great shots on net. All right in front. Here comes the Gladiators. Good stick check for 51 for the Blizzard. Keeps it in their zone. Right out in front. Scores! But the Gladiators are on to number 4 now. Skates it up. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebounds. Takes himself. Shot. Gloved and rebounds loose. Number 4 gets right back. Shot. Blocked again. Right out in front. Great pressure from number 4 Bordeaux. Sounds right out in front. Shot. Just all on the play. Now 22 walks in. Shot. On top. Face-off is won by the Blizzard. Sent back and pass. Now here comes the Gladiators. 4th. Great back check. Gladiator player was sent out in front. Player keeps it, stays in. But here comes 4 for the Gladiators. Gets past 1. It's stripped down, and there will be a power play. Face-off won by the Gladiators. Sent to 27. One-timer shot from the spot. Patted away into the corner. And St. Pierre on it behind the net. Blizzard player just gets it. Gladiators get it right back. Number 10 now walks in. Shot. Glove down by the Blizzard goalie. Comes 27. Cuz gets past 1. Gets past another on his forehand. Back in, and he loses his skating. Circling back. Sends it to the middle. Number 4. Rideau. Shot. Scores! To 1. A good Clapper rebound. Can't get enough on it. And here comes the Gladiators. 14. Walks in on his forehand. Goes forehand, backhand. Great save, rebounds loose. And across the Godin. Godin walks in, shot. Blocked by his own teammate, and the Blizzard player will send it down. Shot, cannot. Sends it across, great pass. Godin walks in, shot. Glove down by the Gladiator man down. Pass to the middle, shot. Rebound, scores! 22 now walks in, Noel walks in, toe drags past 1, shot. Glove 1. Takes it up the ice, entering the Gladiator zone. Pass in the middle to a man, gets past 1. We are back. The third period of the finals, the U13B Provincials. Gladiators up 1-0 as they try to get another goal on net, blocker away. Another rebound, good chance. Goalie doesn't know where it is. It's in the corner. Gladiator player shaking up. That's Brudeau. Now the Blizzard. Pass up the middle is picked off by St. Pierre, who runs into his teammate. Here comes the Blizzard, but St. Pierre, great stick check. 49 will dump it in. Brudeau sends it in the middle behind his teammate. Sent down the ice. And the Blizzard now. Number 9 takes it behind his net. Viewing his options, sends it to his winger, who sends it across the ice. Great stick. Number 5. And here comes St. Pierre for the Gladiators. Will send it in deep into the corner. Battle behind the net. Number 5 for the Gladiators and the Blizzard player. The Blizzard player comes out on top, takes it out his own net. Takes it all the way down the ice. Gets past, tries to get past one. Little hack there after. Shot from the point from the Blizzard. Stopped by Godin. But the Blizzard player sends it right back into the front. Too high for 61. Number 5 for Gladiators sends it behind his net. Number 10, Godin. Godin. That's number 5. Takes his time, sends it in the middle. Number 19 passes too much in his feet. He gets it right back, battling behind the net. Great battle between the two. 19 comes out on top for the Gladiators, sends it out in front. Man, there, shot! Too high. And they're battling, these two battling very hard this period. Both want it. Now the Blizzard coming out of their own end. Great defensive stop from the Gladiators, who try to dump it into the Blizzard end. But fail. But here come the Blizzard. Number 11 takes it up his own. Puck's in the feet. Offside is called. But the Gladiators get it out the zone. Gladiators entering the Blizzard zone. Battle between the 14s. But the Blizzard's 14 comes out on top. He tries to send in the middle, risky pass, but it's retrieved by the Blizzard. Who's number 7, who had the game-time goal to tie it at 2. Takes a shot on net. A bouncing pass, rebound. Is loose, but the Gladiators goalie gloves it down, and a face-off. 12:19 left to go in this third period. Again, more merchandise being thrown into the crowd. Shirts and fanny packs and hats. Face-offs won by the Blizzard. Gladiators get it, but sent right back into the Gladiator zone. Number 88 to retrieve it. Sends it up the board, so that's picked off by a Blizzard player who chips it past him. Sends it out in the middle. Shot! Trickles wide. Another good opportunity for the Blizzard, and here comes the Gladiators for 4, who takes up the ice. That's Brudeau. Walks in, slap shot. Way high for it to be in the net. A man down for the Gladiators, and here comes 49 for the Blizzard, who cuts in the middle. Brudeau is there with the good back check. 49 sends it out in the middle. Man tripped up. Blizzard fans not liking that. Well, the game moves on. Sounds out in front. Blizzard players intercepts it and sent down the ice. On target with the goalie, so icing will be waved off. 14 for the Blizzard, taking it up the ice himself. Sends it in the middle. That's deflected and hit by number 32, Cormier. Number 5, Lejeune. He walks into the middle. On his backhand. Can't get it. It will send it back to his defense. 51 shot. Blocked by 14 for the Blizzard. Sends it off the boards and out. 27 on it. 51 putting good pressure on him. But the Gladiators get the puck out. Now the Blizzard battling for it. 52, I think. Battling for it, loses it, gets it right back offside, waved off. 52, good spin move, but lost control of it. And it's back to the defense, but it's sent right back in. 51, who takes it on his forehand. Gets past one. gets past another. In the middle, that's stopped. A 64 for the Blizzard on it. Sends it back deep into the corner. I set out in front, that's deflected and out. The Blizzard trying to hold the puck in their zone. But that's out into the Blizzard zone. Icing waved off as 9 gets to the puck. Curls back, trying to send up the boards. Fakes it. And we'll send it up to number 4. We'll send it cross ice to number 51. St. Pierre, the captain for the Gladiators, there to poke the puck off his stick. A good battle by the Blizzard bench. As the Gladiators come out on top at 17 now. Offside. Call. They'll whistle it down. Minutes left. Finals. Blizzard down 1. They want to at least bring this to overtime. They need to score 1. Gladiators from the faceoff got it. Will chip it. Flick it, into their zone. But the Blizzard's there. And he'll clapper it down this time. 14 on to retrieve for the Blizzard. We'll chip it off the boards. Number 7, who loses it. Now got it on it again. Saddling battled it for it, but Roussel for the Gladiators will send it right back in the Blizzard zone as it's behind the net in the corner. Battling for it is the Gladiators, but Blizzard coming on top and will send it off the boards. Too far for both players to get, and it'll be icing on the Blizzard. Will be sent right back down in the Blizzard zone. Gladiators win the face-off. They put it in the corner. The Blizzard gives it out. Tries to chip it off the boards. They do. 49 on to retrieve it. 1-on-1. 49 walks in, cuts in, shot. Patted away by the Gladiators goalie, who stands firm, and they'll dump it all the way down the ice for an icing. Great chance for the Blizzard to tie the game. 49 cuts in and rifles it. But goalie's there as hits about the middle of his pads. Great tracking from this Gladiators goalie. The Blizzard win the faceoff. 49, another shot wide of the net. Clap from the point, deflected, and it's blocked by the Blizzard player in front of the net. They try to send it right back in front. They do. Again, rebounds, loose, scores! The Blizzard tie it at 3. 61. Battling for it. Chips it over the goalie's shoulder. 19 sends it right in front, and 61 just sends it over the goalie's shoulder to tie this game up at 3. Great pressure from the Blizzard to tie this game up at 3. But here comes the Gladiators. Dumping it in the zone. Behind the net is number 11 for the Blizzard to retrieve it. Pressured heavily by number 5. He gets it out though, but it's stopped. Out in front. No one really there. Number 7 now for the Blizzard. We'll try to send it out in the middle, but it's stopped by the Gladiators. Gladiators keep it in the zone. It's St. Pierre. Tries to put it in between the legs of 14. He cannot though. In the corner, send it out in front. That's deflected, but right back to 19. As he can't get a firm shot off. Blizzard now trying to just get it out their zone is number 7. He can't get it out. St. Pierre. He's tripped up on the call. No penalty on the call. As St. Pierre not liking it. Neither are the fans. St. Pierre back on it though. 7 now for the Blizzard. Will send it all the way down the ice for an icing call. And they will call that one. With 7:45 left to go. St. Pierre tripped up on the play. No call. You see right here on the replay. Gets a stick in between the skate. And it's tripped up. That's an obvious trip. The ref just missed it. Now the Blizzard now battling heavily around the boards. Got in though for the Gladiators. Shifts it right back in. 9 for the Blizzard. Send it around the net to 64. Who'll send it up the boards. Number 4, who'll send it up the middle. No one there, really there, though. Intercepted by Godin. Well, 4 now for the Blizzard, trying to slap shot it back. This fails, and now Roussel now for the Gladiators. Takes himself deep into the corner. Sends out in front. Man there. LaFan's on the shot, and it's a save by the Blizzard goalie to keep this game up at 3. Face off to the right side of the goalie. And a great game so far. Face off is won by the Gladiators, who will try to send it around the net. Failed to fully get the stick on it. As the battle in the corner, the Blizzard come out on top. Trying to chip it past the 88 is 49. He finally does. Out zone. Number 4 now, Bordeaux will send it to a Godin cross ice. Godin taking a look. Trying to pass it off, but heavily pressured by 61, who had the game-tying goal. Godin gets past 1, sends it across ice. It's Bordeaux, fakes the shot. Finally tries to shoot it, but that's deflected. Now, the Blizzard now, great chance. But it's poked off by 88, and here comes the Blizzard. It's Bordeaux. Bordeaux gets past 1, gets past another, loses control of the puck. It's deep in the corner. He hits his man. They'll call that. It's a power play for the Blizzard. Bordeaux will go to the box. Or I think they said head contact, if I'm not wrong. We'll see if I can get a clear sign. They do. They call that head contact. Will they call it 4 or 2? Will it be a 4-minute or will it be a 2-minute? Yet to see what they'll call. They'll call 2-minute. A 2-minute power play for the Blizzard to hopefully get on the board to take the lead. 11 from the point. Tries to get a D-to-D, fans on it. He'll take the shot now, blocked. And it's cleared away. Race for the puck is 14. And number 17. Well, 14 will get it though, behind his net. Will rim it around the boards to number 7. 7 now for the Blizzard. Takes up the ice, sends it across. Gets past 1, gets past another. It's a break. Shot. Blockered away. Rebound by 61. Using his chest to stop it, but it's not enough. And they'll clear it all the way down the ice. Blizzard now on to retrieve it. Is 14 behind his own net. Taking his time, doing his options. Skating it up the ice a little bit. Sends it across ice. Too high for number 11 to retrieve it. They'll try to clear it. They're going to call that offside as 7 had it. That was an offside. Blizzard had one good opportunity to take the lead here on this power play. Can they get another to possibly take the lead? Or will the Gladiators get a shorthanded goal? I've seen a couple of those this tournament. And here goes the Gladiators dumping it all the way down. That's the deflected to not fully go down the ice. But he'll take it behind his net. Send it to 51. He takes his time, takes it in the zone. Cuts pass out to be offside again. Good back check from Noel. After the whistle, stick lifts him and chips it out of their zone. Just to make sure, if it wasn't a whistle, that it was out. Blizzard fans making some noise. Hopefully cheer their boys. As number 7 walks in. Chips it past St. Pierre and will get it deep into the corner. 7 tries to send out in front. It's St. Pierre who deflects it. And it's rimmed around the boards. 41 now battling the puck with St. Pierre. Who will send it all the way down the ice. And it's a race for the puck. Number 9 for the Blizzard, though, will get there first with Noel chasing him. Number 9 will just send it around the boards. Too far for his man to hit it. Now Noel now will walk in, cut in the middle. Gets past 1. Can't get past another. St. Pierre tries to get it past 1. He can't. Now 7 now. Great defensive play. And here comes Noel. Can't get past the stick check. And it's dumped all the way down the ice. They'll call that icing. 7 seconds left to go on the power play. But pretty much will be the end of it. I don't think they'll get another shot in 7 seconds. Power play basically over for the Blizzard. Had a good chance at the very start. Haven't gotten much after that. Seemed like the Gladiators put all the pressure they had on the Blizzard. Keep it out of their zone. Gladiators win the face-off. Got it with Clapper. Fans on it. It's behind the net. 11 now. Will take it up. See his option, but he loses control of the puck. Chips it behind his back. Gets past one. Chips it around another. Uses his body to knock his guy over. And here comes the Blizzard. Great back check from Roussel, who'll send it up the ice to Brito. Brito trying to get past 14, does. 52. Great back check. They'll call penalty on the play. On who? They're calling both. I don't think Brito knows that he's going to go to the box. Both are going to the box. What's Brito going to the box for? Brito is hurt, but still has to go to the box. Brito is going to the box. I don't think he knew that he got a penalty, and he's obviously upset. Gladiator parents not liking it. They're going to send both. Not sure for what. Gladiator parents not happy. Neither are the coaches. Neither is Bordeaux. He had no clue he got a penalty. Didn't seem like it was a penalty. Get a replay of that. Bordeaux gets past one here. I don't know what they called. He gets hit, and they'll call that, I think they called interference on Brito. That's a weird one. For the replay again. Obviously, a weird call. With 4 minutes left. 5 on 5. They put both in the box. One for body contact and one for interference. The Gladiators win it. But the Blizzard won it, sorry. Gladiators gain it right back and send it down the ice, but Godin's there. Blizzard get it back, it's 49, who had that one opportunity. Cuts in, great poke by 27 to stop that. That would have been a good shot from 49, but he gets it right back. Tries to send it on in front, he wrap around, misses, gets his other opportunity, but it's a great defensive play by 19, who takes his time. Will send it across ice, and this is a good chance. Entering the zone wide is 14, cuts back. Sends it around the boards to his D-man Godin. Godin gets there first. But a Blizzard player's in the corner to retrieve it. 61 didn't know the pass was coming up to him. But here's a great chance for Blizzard. He walks in. Goes in wide. 19. Tries to send it out in front to no one. But the defense is there to deflect it. Godin now tries to chip it off the boards. Blizzard players there, chip past him in the corner. Sends it out in front. 27's there for the Gladiators. Just try to send it back in the corner. Godin now tries to chip it out the zone. He cannot now. The Blizzard hold the zone. Shots blocked by Godin. Oh, risky stick handling by 27. Blizzard putting all the pressure in the world on this Gladiators team. Miscommunication. And here comes the Gladiators, sorry. But the Gladiators cannot get there. But they take their time behind the net. It's Godin. They'll curl back. Rimming around the boards. The winger can't get there in time. Held in by the Blizzard. Godin now trying to get it up the zone. Battle in the middle of the ice. It's 52 for the Blizzard coming out on top. Trying to send it out in front. Deflected behind the net. And a great pressure from the Blizzard. Set out in front. Fans on the shot. Rebound. Another rebound shot. Scores! The Blizzard take the lead with 1:51 left to go. And it's Seven who had the game-tying goal to make it 2-2. Gets the game-winning goal to make it 4-3. 1:51 left to go in the period. Great pressure from the Blizzard. As he goes to his backhand, it just sneaks in. Timeout for the Gladiators. Minute 50 left to go in the period. Blizzard sends it in deep. 88 there to get it. Blizzard putting great pressure, shot too high. Minute 30 left to go. Gladiators need to get it out their zone to possibly pull the goalie. Gladiators now. Bordeaux, great pressure from 9. And it's a breakaway opportunity for the Blizzard. Can they ice the game? Scores! This could possibly end this game. Blizzard, the Edmundston Blizzard, a perfectly aimed shot from 19 sends it just above the glove to possibly just win it here on the breakaway. Sends it high glove. What a goal. Great pressure. We start off the play with number 9 hitting the puck off Bordeaux and leads to that breakaway. Now there's still a minute 20 left to go. It's 5-3. The Blizzard, and that's going to be a hooking. They don't call it. Now here come the Gladiators. It's St. Pierre now, curling back. Will take it up the ice himself, loses control for it for a second, gains it right back. Cuts in the middle, but that's poked off by 7. Gladiators they're getting pressured very hardly by this Blizzard team. Pucks hit off the bench with 52 seconds left to go in the period. 5-3 right now. What a last minute. They call both off a controversial call. Off that 5-on-5, Blizzard get the game-winning goal. And not even 15 seconds later, they get the game-winning goal. 7 for Blizzard. Sends it all the way down the ice. Blizzard just putting great pressure. That's what they've done all game. That's what they've done all tournament. They're just all very quick, and they'll put pressure on you. 9, though. Risky pass in the middle. It's 22. Noel. He's tripped up. No call. St. Pierre now. Rebound. No goal, but there's a penalty on the play for, I believe, tripping. They won't call that a penalty shot. It's going to be a penalty. 2 minutes left. 2-minute power play. 24 seconds left. Net is empty. This could be the end of the U13 Provincials. The Edmundston Blizzard. Blizzard will call timeout. It's 24 seconds. Very unlikely they'll score twice. You can never rule it out. 14 seconds left in this timeout. Edmundston coach probably telling them no matter what, clear it. You're on a power play, you're on a penalty kill. It's on net, that's a goal. But you're on a penalty kill, no matter what, the puck's on your stick, dump it. No point of playing with it. No point of trying to pin it against the boards in your zone. Just get it out. Get it out. Now, the Gladiators coach probably telling them, put the puck on the net. I mean, you need 2 shots. That's 2 goals. Tie this game. Gladiators lose the face-off. It's sent, but not enough. St. Pierre shot. Deflected. Weird bounce. Rebound's loose. Another shot. Rebound still loose. Rebound. It's stopped by the Blizzard. That was a weird rebounds. Well, a little rough out. A little bit of a hitting. As the Blizzards are your U13B provincial champions. It's over. A very good game. A very good game. As you can see, the Blizzard, they're so happy. I mean, they fought all tournament. Dominated Kent Sud in the semifinals. They're coming out this final game with all the momentum in the world, winning the game. You got to feel for the Gladiators. Just had an amazing tournament. Amazing tournament. Winning in double overtime against Riverview in the semis. Fought hard till the end, which not quite enough. Blizzard will win the U13B New Brunswick Provincial Championship. Thank you for watching the stream. We appreciate you guys so much. Hopefully see you soon. Great game from both teams. Blizzards are your champion.
Acadienne Gladiateurs au numéro 10, Hugo Godin. Joueur du match pour les Edmundston Blizzards au numéro 19, Jérémy Lamassa. Joueur du tournoi pour la Péninsule Acadienne Gladiateurs au numéro 27, Mike Rail. Player of the tournament, joueur du tournoi pour les Edmundston va au numéro 9, Maverick Voisin. So with the help of the Dairy Farmers of New Brunswick, which was our sponsor for our tournament, we have Vanessa and Rinka that will present the silver medals. On va commencer avec numéro 4, Brendan Lido. Numéro 5, Léo Lejeune. Numéro 10, Hugo Godin. Numéro 14, Jasmine Maël Larocque. Numéro 17, Benjamin Roussel. Numéro 18, Malek Williams David. Numéro 19, Raphaël Ray. Numéro 22, Loïc Noël. Numéro 24, Danick Saint-Pierre. Numéro 27, Mike Rail. Numéro 41, Sophia Duguay. Numéro 51, Xavier Brito. Numéro 68, Nathaniel Haché. Numéro 82, Alexis Cormier. Numéro 88, Nathan Godin. Et numéro 37, Théo Paulin. médaille d'or. On commence avec le numéro 2, Audrey Steele. Numéro 4, Nathan Sirois. Numéro 7, Cody Bossé. Numéro 9, Maverick Voisin. Numéro 11, Alex Violet. Numéro 14, Frédéric Wallet. Numéro 19, Jérémy Lavasseur. Numéro 24, Pierre-Anne Castonguay. Numéro 41, Mathis Dad. Numéro 49, Alec Coutafier. Numéro 51, Mathis Wallet. Numéro 52, Ethan Thériault. Numéro 61, Olivier Denard. Numéro 64, Félix Michaud. Et numéro 29, Sébastien Roy. Est-ce qu'on peut avoir les capitaines et les assistants de Edmundston pour présenter l'événement?